Good morning and welcome to the Lord Selkirk-West Kildonan Community Committee for Thursday, April 9th, 2026. My name is City Councilor Vivian Santos. I will be the chairperson for today's meeting. I have Councilor Sharma here from Old Kildonan Ward, and we have members from the Winnipeg Public Service, Mr. Peter Prinsloo, Senior Committee Clerk, and someone from Land Development of PPNB. I want to quickly acknowledge that we are meeting on Treaty 1 territory, the traditional homelands of the Red River Métis that we all have the privilege of living on. Also acknowledge our ancestral territory lands, and our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake Band number 40 in Treaty 3, with our neighbors in Treaty 5, where our hydroelectricity also comes from. Moving on, we need a...
Madam Chair,
yes.
I'll move the minutes of the meeting held February 24th.
On 2026 to be taken as read as confirmed. All those in favor? Aye. And that's carried. Now we'll move into delegations. I believe we have one, which is Inspector Hall, to be heard with respect to police matters. We have him here on Zoom this morning. Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, I'll go through February's numbers, and then I believe we have a meeting in a couple of weeks again, so I'll do March at that date. But for February, a slower month for us, 3,585 calls for dispatch is a little lower than average. And saying that, our community support unit, I ended up taking 797 of those calls for service, which is good. We had 434 arrests for the month of February, which is high. We generally average in the area of around 380. Total warrant arrests were 18, which is a little lower than average. So community engagements, given the fact it was February, was a little lower, but we had 182 hours of spats, and spats are where officers get out of cruiser cars and engage the community. Total traffic stops for the month of February, 640 events, and then 73 traffic events, and traffic events will be events where members of the community want to see traffic enforcement, or we're at school zones, etc. Total proactive time spent in the community for our community support unit was 503 hours for the month. That's all officers included. And just some highlights for the month of February, we executed a search warrant on Mackenzie Street in February. 4 guns were seized, 2 of those being loaded handguns. And that was at a residence where drugs were being trafficked. As well, a couple of weeks ago, we met with the William White Neighborhood Committee, spoke with them at length at their annual event. And as Councillor Sharma is aware, our community support unit attended to a safety walk a couple of weeks ago, along with the chief and the Old Kildonan area. But really that's it for an overview of February, even though some of those events took place a couple of weeks ago. Slower month, but March will have higher numbers. But that's it, pending any questions.
So just to follow up on where things are at with opening the North End District to the public.
Yeah, so the city had their people come in and measure up for the safety glass that's being put at the front. This was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm being told, like I said before, I'm being told it's going to be open in July to the public. So I'm hoping that is still the date. We do have several people coming each day to the station to make reports, but as you know, we're not open. So I'm hoping it's going to be in July when we're open.
Yes, thank you. Just thank you, Inspector, for your summary today. And as you indicated, yes, Winnipeg Police did come to Garden City Collegiate, Madam Chair. We had a very successful safety patrol in the community. We had Chief Jean Bowers out and other members. Yes, we had a number of students from the collegiate, residents, and we also walked with the Barrack Plan. So it was an important initiative, and I want to thank you for your efforts, Inspector. I know you yourself couldn't make it during that day, but you did have others come out. And what happened, Madam Chair, throughout that event is we had residents come forward that would like to see other opportunities of engagement like this with the Winnipeg Police and myself. So we're probably going to have another safety walk in Garden City. It's a large area. So pick a different neighborhood within Garden City. And there's also walks happening in the Maples area and active patrols in Amber Trail. So it's good to see these groups active in the community. And again, thank you, Inspector, for your efforts and for WPS.
No problem. Thank you.
Like to see you out next time.
Oh, yeah, I would have been out. I had a family commitment that evening, but I'll definitely come out to the next one.
Thank you. We got that.
Yep.
in.
Yep.
Excellent. And I do still want to tour the new police station, and we'll be back in touch with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
let me know.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Inspector, for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to reports. First one up is the extension of time, subdivision and rezoning. Do we want to hear from the administration?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guess we can start with DAS at 45 and 2022.
Could you speak a little louder, please?
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Apologies. We can start with DAS at 45 of 2022. That's the commonly known as the Northgate Mall site on Phillips Street. So we have an extension of time request. This is an application to rezone land from C4 commercial to RMFL multifamily large. And they're looking to build some multifamily dwellings on the site. This is the third extension of time request. The expiration date of this is May 30th of 2026. So they've asked for a 1-year extension to May 30th, 2027. Currently, work on the zoning and servicing agreements is still underway. Payment of securities are still outstanding, and the applicant has advised me that they are about 90% complete on the completion of the agreements, and their aim is to have them signed at the end of the month. So they're asking for an extension to make sure that they have enough time to complete the agreements and registration prior to the expiry.
Thank you. And what agreement specifically?
There's an easement agreement, a zoning agreement, and a development agreement.
Yes, this has been extended, as you mentioned, a few times already. It's an exciting project for the community, and one that the developer and public service and myself worked on for quite a while. So this is good. Thanks for the information. Madam Chair, I'd like to lay this over because we do have some time, and perhaps I can just ask a few other questions directly to the applicant. And maybe you can put me in touch with them and right with each other as well. Okay, so I'll move lay over to our next meeting of the committee.
Great. All those in favor? Carried. We move on to the second item, which is another extension of time for DAS 19/2024. Would you like
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. This is again DAS at 19 of 2024. Land located on the south side of Court Avenue, east of Pipeline Road. This is their first extension of time application. The rezoning bylaw received first reading by council on September 26th of 2024. The original timeline required them to provide Mylars and payment of fees within 2 years by July 18th of 2026.
Mhm.
And the applicant is requesting an extension of time. Currently, payment of fees is still outstanding. We have received the subdivision Mylars. The applicant has been working on a number of the financial obligations, and so the delay that they've explained to me is that it is issues related to financing of the project, so they're trying to secure financing to move forward, and they do intend to move forward with the development.
Thank you. Same thing, really excited about housing in this infill greenfield area. I'd like to be in touch with the applicant as well. And if we could lay over, Madam Chair, to the next meeting of the community committee.
Good. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's carried. And just to confirm, our next meeting, Peter, is when?
That will be on April 27th
Okay.
at 9:30 a.m.
Okay, sounds good. That is it, since there's no other
I'll move adjournment.
adjournment at 9:54 a.m. All those in favor?
Aye.
And that's carried.
Thank you.